Hello dear friends, welcome to this channel and welcome to yet another video of Life Coach, and today we have a very special guest with us. Her name is Fatima Carrera. She is a confidence coach from South America, and today we are going to talk with her about confidence and various other things related to confidence and how can she help you in your journey towards achieving your goals. So I welcome you Fatima in our channel and in this video. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah,
Okay. So
really
Fatima,
grateful for this
yes.
invitation.
Mm-hmm. So Fatima, a very small introduction which I require so that the viewers know what are you really and what you actually do.
Okay, well, I'm a yourself, as you said, my name is Fatima. I'm Peruvian, okay, in South America, and I am a trainer of self-confidence, and I enjoy being with people around, train them in soft skills, which are very important nowadays. Yes, I train executive and I also coach people.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so we begin with a set of questions which I have. Okay, some of our viewers asked these questions, so I'm putting these across to you. Okay, the first of the question is that what kind of clients can go to a confidence coach, or what really do you see in your clients when you get your clients? What are their life issues which makes them feel that they are low in confidence?
Can you repeat, please?
Okay,
You
what kind of
you mentioned something about my
okay,
client.
what kind of clients do you get on a regular basis, and what are their life issues which make them feel that they are low in confidence?
Okay, the regular clients I have or I find, there are these kind of people that maybe have some issues in trusting themselves, and maybe because of, I don't know, different things they heard when they were children, and now without noticing, they think it is true. Okay, so people who have maybe problems when getting a relationship or problem with getting a job or something similar, and they are looking outside what it is inside.
Okay, so they tried different methods to boost up their confidence, but the problem really was inside them, right?
Can you repeat, please?
The real problem was inside them, but they tried different methods externally.
Yeah, that's a common mistake. They try to look for advice, or they ask other people, how do I gain more confidence? But what they discover at the end of this process is that confidence is that inner power we have inside. Yes, it has to be, or it is connected to our talent. It is not outside the world, it's inside. So it's better to look and recognize ourselves.
Okay. So, Fatima, how can we define confidence, or how do you define confidence? What is the definition of confidence?
Yeah, as I was telling you and all of you, confidence is more connected to the power we have inside. Yes, confidence, it is what your natural talents are, because we all have fears. It's natural. We are sometimes good at something, and sometimes we are not good at something. That's natural for everybody. But when we have this kind of problem, we focus more on the things we are not good at. Okay, so when the opportunity appears, we think that, okay, we are not good because I don't have this master, or I don't have this school, or I start studying a lot of things because I think that when I am enough, when I have all these certificates, I will be enough for doing something. Okay, and that's why it is connected to looking outside what it is inside.
Okay. So, I want to ask you one thing, that do people with low confidence they start being too much of multitasking and have so much of anxiety because they fear of losing out? Do they try more?
I'm sorry, there's an interruption. Can you repeat this?
Okay. I want to
I'm
ask
having
about
some
people
problems.
who have low confidence. Okay. Do they have so much of anxiety in them? Do they have anxiety?
Yeah. Anxiety appears because they focus on what they can't do or they can't achieve, or they also focus on limiting beliefs, right? And this, of course, doesn't work because when you focus on limiting beliefs, you are reinforcing what other people said instead of believing or start thinking about what you believe or what you have recognized in your inner power, right?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, there
So,
is anxiety. Yeah.
okay. So, why should someone increase their confidence? Why is confidence required so much? And what are the side effects of having low confidence?
So the first question was related to why should they increase confidence, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think we all should improve sorry. Okay, we all should improve confidence because I don't know, there is like a special look in people with enough confidence. It is not only saying or believing that you have confidence. It is also the way you stand up. It is also the way you talk to someone. It is the idea of saying that, okay, I am good enough for something, but I am also show other people. And there is this kind of feeling that when you look at someone and you say, okay, this person is like more attractive, and I don't know, you see something in like something shining in this person, that you say, okay, I really want to be that like this person, and it is just confidence, not no more. And it doesn't mean that this person doesn't have fear or it is fearless, right? It is more that she projects what she feels inside.
Okay. So, projection is not faking, right? There are some people who fake confidence. They just fake to other people that, okay, I have high confidence. Projection is different than faking confidence.
Yeah, because it is very important what you say to yourself. Okay, many people could tell you that, okay, you are a great coach or you are a great architect, but if you don't believe in that, okay, maybe they see the good part or maybe some actions or some, I don't know, duties that you do perform very well, but when you don't project, sometimes people start to maybe doubt in what you have. Okay, so you could be the best at something, but what you say to yourself, it is very important because at the end you show that.
Okay. So it means that if I doubt myself, if I don't believe my abilities, if I feel I am not good enough, then other people will also perceive me in the same way.
Yeah, you start projecting that, and maybe they don't take into account because between two people who maybe studied the same master, but one of them looks more confident, definitely the person who is going to get the job or who is going to get the pay raise must, or maybe could be the person that you think, okay, I can trust in this person because this person shows me that I can trust in him or her.
Okay. So, how can we find the roots of low confidence in childhood? Some examples can you give me that the childhood can actually make a person more confident or less confident?
Some examples of
Of a childhood affecting
repeat please.
confidence.
Childhood.
Childhood, yes.
Yeah, childhood affecting confidence. Yeah, I think we are children, maybe we had maybe a teacher, right, who told us that we are not good at math, or we had I don't know, our parents, our lovely parents, maybe without recognizing or noticing that they say, okay, your brothers or your sisters are better at this, and then you start growing up like saying, okay, so I am bad at. So it is very important that we take into account what we tell our children, our, I don't know, siblings when they are very young, because they are like a sponge. Yes, they absorb everything we tell. Okay, everything they absorb, and so this child grows up and then focuses on what he or she is not good at, right? For example, I don't know. For example, I grew up believing that I was not good at math, but of course I prefer reading, I prefer writing, and of course I didn't like math classes. I went to many courses, many webinars in Spanish, in English, and of course I gained more experience, but of course math was neglected. And at the end, of course, I end up being better at something, right?
Right. Okay, so I want you to give me one example of one of your client, okay, who came up with you with the issue of low confidence. So what was his core issues? Why was he low on confidence? And how was that low confidence affecting him in his life?
Yeah, I remember I had one client. He was all the time apologizing of everything, okay? He was all the time saying, I am sorry, or I don't say this, my ideas, because they could affect other people. So it was all the time, and she say, oh, people are mean to me, people don't take me into account, okay? So he was not taking responsibility, right? He was giving responsibility to other people, and after this process, he discovered that the responsibility was not in the other people. The responsibility was in him, right? How he said things he could, other people could hear. Right? The way he apologized all the time for everything, and the way he omitted his opinion and saying, okay, this okay, I don't, maybe they don't care what I think. Okay, so after recognizing all these steps, he started building like a new himself. It was himself, but it was like, when you have a table, right? That table has 4 legs, right? And when you have 4 legs, you base your beliefs on something. For example, if I say I am not good at math, you start building that limiting belief like, okay, in my family, nobody is good at math. And you can say it the other way. Yes, you can project or maybe open a new belief and saying, okay, I am good at math because I remember that when I was, I don't know, a child, I passed my first exams. Okay, so you start building this like table with 4 legs, and you start saying, okay, so this is how I build my new belief, right? So of course, then when after this process, also he told me that people recognized he had like a shining smile, or he was more secure of saying his opinion, and he felt better because you gain confidence not only saying or thinking, but also acting. Yes, and when you act, you continue building and constructing your confidence.
Yeah, very true. Okay, I also want to give you one example, one small example. Okay, so I had a client, a female who was already married, and in marriage, she always used to complain about her husband, okay, of not being good to her, of taking her for granted, of not respecting her, of not giving her enough time, or maybe or belittling her, okay. But when I found out that she did not believe in herself, her abilities, and she did not have self love at all, she lacked self love completely. And do you think people with low confidence can become? Do you think people with low confidence can become victims to abuse?
Yeah, of course, definitely. Yeah, what you said is it's true. When you again, it is the same. You start giving responsibility to the other person when the responsibility is inside you. Okay, how do you treat yourself is how other people will treat you, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, they can maybe like when you don't want to say that you don't like maybe some behavior of your partner, you just keep it in silent, and then okay, the other person starts and goes until the limit. You set the limit, okay? Not the
Hmm.
other person. You set the
Yes.
limit.
Yes.
So yes, it happens.
Yes. So it is my responsibility to stop the other person in the very beginning, right?
Yeah, it is your responsibility to be aware of what you really want,
Hmm.
what is accepted and what is not negotiable.
Hmm.
Yes. Um, yeah, and maybe what we do sometimes is just go to my best friend and ask him, is it okay? And maybe the other person, for him or for her, is okay. But it is not about other people. Again, it is about what you think, what you want, how you feel comfortable, and this, yeah. This.
Okay. So, one reason that why people do not stop the other person, why people do not raise their voice, why people do not stand for themselves, I feel, okay, I feel that this is because do they have inner fear of abandonment, that they will be alone, they do not have other support system, how will they survive without the person?
Um, yeah, I think that it is something that they have to don't talk maybe to other people. They probably will feel alone.
Mm.
But this is very, very common when you start sharing your maybe your fears or sharing your ideas with other people. You will find really, and this is a personal experience, that when you start being around or being surrounded by people with the same maybe interests or issues like you, then you discover that it is very normal.
Mm.
Okay, this is just something that you have to stop being like, okay, I won't say that, or I won't
Mm.
mention this because what is the perception of the other people? Okay.
Mhm. So Fatima, does low confidence come from the fact that people only have a single source of happiness in their life? They do not have multiple sources of happiness?
Yeah, I think that maybe sources of happiness. Uh, yeah, sometimes we think that happiness will come someday. What if we decide that having a happy day, or maybe we can have problems, or we have answers that were not as we expected.
Mm.
But then if we focus on what we really have, like just simple things, like maybe some other people don't have, like
Mm.
somewhere to eat, somewhere to sleep. Yes, we focus more on that, then I think that we can be happier. Yes, instead of focusing on things we don't have, or maybe okay, I don't have a car, or I don't have a big mansion. Okay, but if you start being thankful of the things you have, like water, like a shower,
Mhm.
like clothes, okay, and I think it is a better way of living.
Okay. Okay. So I want to extend this question that suppose some people are not doing well in their career, okay, and then they regard career
Mm-hmm.
as their deciding factor, as their benchmark of success, okay. There are some people who do not do good in their relationships, okay. Some people are not good with their health, okay. Do you feel that neglecting different aspects of the life and just focusing on one aspect also can lead to low confidence?
Yeah, I think I don't know, maybe I don't know in your culture, but here in my culture, we are focused on achieving, on doing, and getting the best grade, on comparing to other people. Okay, what the real comparison should be to ourselves, to how I was maybe some years ago. Now, how is my partner? How is my best friend? Yes, and maybe we're not doing good at our career or our health because we are focusing on just doing and doing and doing and not focusing on our own self, right? That yeah, I think this is a very important, having some time with yourself, having some time to reflect or how are you growing. We compare, okay, last year I had maybe this salary and now I have this one. This is the same. If you focus on how it was maybe Fatima as a person years ago and how is it now, I think it's a good idea to improve every time, right?
Right. Okay. Can you tell me, apart from the childhood and the parenting and parents' role, okay, what are some other factors which can lead to low confidence? If it's not in the childhood, some people do not have a low confidence from childhood. They built it up maybe in their college life or in this after their school life or at their workplace. What are some reasons which can cause low confidence?
Yeah, you mean not in childhood but other levels?
Yes.
I couldn't understand. Yeah, okay, not in childhood. Yes, as we grow older, I don't know, maybe there is a good or maybe not so good influence on social media, right?
Yes.
We start comparing maybe to bloggers and to to bloggers or to famous people, but we don't recognize that famous people and bloggers only post what it is good. Okay, nobody wants to be famous. Nobody wants to post that. Okay, today I had a bad day because it doesn't sell. And so maybe these teenagers focus on, okay, he has the best life and I don't. He is perfect and I don't. And I think this is also a way to lose our confidence. Okay, we see only one aspect of a person's life, right?
Okay, so it's like we should avoid comparing ourselves with so-called successful people, or can we take motivation from them? What is the difference between taking motivation from them and starting to lose ourselves or starting to belittling ourselves?
Yeah, you see that when we see someone famous, maybe it is an artist or a sports person, we only see one part of all the picture. Okay, we don't say that okay, this person has been training, okay, to win this marathon. He or she has been training many years, or that maybe he has been rejected many times before having this achievement. Okay, so it can motivate you. Okay, I can feel motivated by a famous person, but I also have to look okay what he did or what she did in order to achieve this goal, right? So not only seeing just one part of the picture.
True. So I want to ask this next question. Suppose someone has low confidence, or there is someone in the family who wants to know that does someone have a low confidence? What signs can I look for that this person has low confidence? What are some hints and some signs of low confidence?
Sorry, repeat please.
What are some signs from which I can see that this person has low confidence so that I can help that person?
If there is with science, you mean? I cannot hear you.
Okay. How do I some signals I can know that this person has low confidence? How do I know?
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah, I think
I
network
understood
is
that.
not very good.
Yeah, maybe this kind of.
Mm.
Yeah. But now I got it. Yeah, some signs maybe could be like this person is all the time avoiding to say their or his or her opinion, could be, or another idea is that this person is all the time looking at the floor instead of looking right to your eyes.
Mm.
Yes, and also the posture of this person, it is like all the time like this, the way of the shoulders. Okay, and yeah, I think these are basically the signs of a person who has low confidence. And one, I really like this phrase of Henry Ford, who said that even though you believe you can, it is true. The same way you believe you can, it is also true. Okay, so both of them. If you believe you can, it is true, and if you believe you can't, it is also true. Yeah.
Okay. What is the connection between low confidence and psychological problems?
The connection between low confidence and
Psychological problems.
okay. Yeah, I think psychological problems has. I think it is more related to, I don't know, believing you are someone you are not, or maybe it stops you. Yeah, because I think that having low confidence prevents you from doing what you like, what you love sometimes. But having psychological problems, I think it's deeper. Yeah, I think it. Yeah, it. You don't have to think that okay, because I have low confidence, I have psychological problems. Now it is. I'm not a psychologist, however, I think this is deeper. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. The next question, Fatima, for you is what are some ways, okay, if someone, okay, who does not want to visit a coach or a counselor and wants to help himself or herself and they are having low confidence, what are some of the tips which you can give to such a person? Some tips to improve their confidence.
What are some of the connection?
Okay, I'm so sorry.
What are some of the tips
Tips you can give such a person that he can himself try to improve his confidence?
I cannot hear your voice.
Okay. I want to ask you that suppose someone has low confidence. Usually, most of the people who have low confidence or other issues, they do not want to approach a professional. Okay, they are hesitant. If they want to help themselves, what tips can you give them so that they can improve their confidence?
Okay. Now I understand. Yeah, well, sometimes people misunderstand the role of a coach, yes, and a psychologist also. I heard many people saying like, how can I tell my life to another person? And it is okay. It's not because we are coaches we oblige you to do that, but I recommend to start reading. Okay, maybe reading, find information, but don't go just to the web and find everything you or believe in everything you read. Maybe you can go to a book and find information if you feel identified, right? You can do that. You can talk maybe to a specialist. Maybe you can write. I think a good tool is to write how you feel every day.
Yeah, journaling.
In which
Everything.
situations, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in which situations you feel about that. So, then these are the first steps, right? And of course, what I would not recommend to tell any person, because you trust or tell any person, maybe it's a disadvantage because you're saying no sense. Just keep working and don't think about that. But it is important to focus on what you think, right?
Okay. Some clients of yours, can you share some of the one of the most challenging cases you have had with respect to confidence? What was that person's story? What was his limitations? What was his suffering? one of the most challenging cases you have ever had with respect to low confidence.
Okay, you are asking me for one of my clients who had more challenging
Yes,
issues
challenging
related to
problems. Yes,
confidence.
yes.
Yeah, it is common. Like, for example, as I was telling you, they think they keep studying and having and accumulating courses, right? Or accumulating masters, maybe. And I am not saying it's not good. If you want to study, it is okay. But what I am saying is that this kind of clients had similarities in that if I don't study this, I can't be this. Okay. So I don't know. It is like it is like saying I need a big house to be happy. Okay. And you don't need a big house to be happy. And it is the same. You don't need a course. You don't need all those studies to start doing. It is the other way, I think. It is like first start, okay? And during this path, during this process, you will discover the value in yourself, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
And so I actually really asked you, which I want to just rephrase my question. Okay, that I want you to share one client story who had a very challenging issue in his life, and how you were able to help him.
Okay. Well, one client, if I had many clients who connected to women who didn't study anything and who were like housemates, and they all the time say, okay, they worry a lot of, well, I don't have children, but what I found in this person, it was like, first is my husband, first is my kids, and I don't matter, okay? And I found it it was kind of sad because she believed that, okay, and I think she was 40, and instead she said like, okay, so now it's just not, I can do anything else. I have my kids, I just want to see him or her growing up, and well, my husband has a good job. So she didn't, okay, she was saying like, okay, 40 is too old to do something else. But she came to me because she didn't feel happy, okay? So it was like opposite ideas, right? She felt very good because of her husband growing up, because she also motivated him to grow up as a professional. She also motivated her daughter to grow up as a professional, but she didn't care about herself, okay? And what is even worse, that she told me that her husband was very, I don't know, he drank a lot of alcohol. And during this process, she started to empower herself, right? Believing that, okay, I am 40, but it doesn't mean anything. And also recognizing what she did, okay? Because she supported her husband, she supported her family, and now it was time for her, okay? And after many, many years, she found herself that she had a career, okay, or a job, she can support herself. And she even said, okay, I don't deserve this. If I don't feel comfortable, I can buy things by myself. I can do this by myself, and I don't need like another person to do this for me. Okay, so I think it was empowering for her.
Okay, so we are just five minutes from ending the session. Okay, the session is going quite good. So very short question, and then I will have your inputs as well. What are some life skills? What are some life skills what a person can learn in his life, which can actually increase the overall confidence?
What are that? Can you
Some
repeat?
life skills. What life skills should someone learn so that their confidence can improve?
You mean like soft skills?
Yeah, I
Like
mean maybe
what
empathy,
skills?
emotional intelligence, or
I don't.
being able to do their own work, and being independent. So many life skills.
Yeah, I know. It is important to recognize yourself. What you said is it is important, like emotional intelligence, recognizing how you feel in different situations, recognizing what affects you, okay, and trying to search why or how or when you feel like that. So first, as we started this webinar or this session, it is everything inside you. Yes, recognizing how you communicate to other people, how you react. Yes, how you feel when other people do, and it's very important to recognize that the other person can say anything. Okay, but you are the person who gives the power to the other person that if this is affecting you or not affecting you. Okay, so you cannot be living on what other people say or what other people think. Yeah, and this is important. Your self knowledge, right?
Right. Okay. So, lastly, I would like to ask your closing comments. I want you to share something from your heart to the people who will be watching this video about confidence, about life, about relationships, about career, anything which you want to speak from your heart. You want to tell these people, you want to improve their life.
Yeah, any topic related to self-confidence that I want to talk to people.
Even confidence, even life, because everything is connected to each other. Confidence is related to your relationship, it is related to your career, it is related to your health, everything. Any advice which you want to give to the people who will be watching this video that can actually help them change their life, can actually help them identify their problems?
Yeah, any advice? It could be like, I think it is good to self-compassion, okay? So don't be so rude to yourself, right? So imagine you are your best friend, okay? And you are criticizing your best friend all the time, and she will disappear, right?
Right.
And it is the same with you. If you are all the time criticizing and you wake up and you say, okay, how ugly is my hair, or I look fatter, anything, okay? So please be nice to yourself. Yes, imagine you are your best friend. You won't say that to your best friend, right? And I think this is like some good advice I can tell people who are watching us. Like, start now. Yes, when you go to sleep, thank that you are alive. Thank that you have something to eat, and thank you are healthy, right? And say good things to you. And it is not going to happen this, okay, I watched this video and tomorrow I am another person. No, just maybe some days you just don't feel very well and you say, okay, today I don't look good. But okay, so remind yourself you are your best friend and you won't say out to her.
Right. So I would like to just have the closing comments that Fatima has shared a lot of good info in this video, and I would like to just summarize it that if you really want to increase your confidence, increase your performance, achieve your goals, you need to first recognize your inner self as your best friend. That is the best thing I have heard. If you really want your best friend to work for you, to take you somewhere, to make you happy, you really need to take care of your best friend. Okay, that is how you need to take care of yourself. You need to actually put your needs and at the top level, at the priority. start working on your own needs, on my own needs, and then gradually people would love to give their inputs in your life, right?
Yes,
Yes,
yes, and just one thing at a time. Okay, it's
yes,
like not
yes,
magically. Tomorrow
yes,
I wake up and I know, just little by little.
yes, yes, yes. Do not overburden yourself. Set small targets and then achieve them, then feel better, then again small targets and feel better, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would
Yes.
like to thank Fatima Carrera for being in this video. Okay, she usually speaks Spanish but because of our request, she had this session in English. Okay, and it's highly appreciated. And I would love to have her on this channel once again with another video. I would like all of you to comment, share, subscribe to the channel. I would also share Fatima's details, her ID, social media handles in the video description. Please go and follow her for more wisdom and keep watching Life Coach. Thank you, Fatima, for your valuable time. Hope you have a good day ahead.
Thank you. Bye
Thank you.
bye.
Bye bye.